a vibrant campus here, and I see that the relationship that we have with the school and with the faculty and the students that are here as a net positive.
Thank you very much. Next candidate, please, can you answer?
Well, thank you. I think the university is the heart and soul of the city of Irvine, and it has been enriching our lives since it was established in the 60s. We owe so much to the University of California, Irvine, for all of its wealth and enrichment that it has brought to our families. My children did their homework in the Langston Library because there was nothing else in the city when we moved here. So it has been and will continue to be the heart of the city, and so the opportunity for the city to support growth and expansion should definitely continue in the future. I would love to request that the University of California produce and create more undergraduate dormitories and undergraduate apartment buildings so that the students can afford to live here as they continue their studies. I would encourage the university to share with the city their solar energy program, because I know that UCI is 5th in the nation on energy self-reliance, and this is the way the future of our city should grow. We should put more emphasis on solar and reduce our carbon footprint. So the university is assisting us, and we in turn want to assist the university by creating more bicycle trails and more ways in which we can have a seamless program with the UCI Anteater Express by using our iShuttle, the UCI Express, to get students and the community members around the city on headways that make sense. And so we welcome the expansion of the University of California. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next candidate, please.
Great. What a wonderful question. Thank you, because UC Irvine is really a microcosm of what's happening all around our city, and we're facing a lot of challenges with this very swift pace of our growth. Traffic and parking continue to be an issue at UCI, as they were when I was here many years ago. One of the things I'm very critical about this current council is removing almost 50 parking spaces from the University Town Center. That is not responsible planning. I would never have approved, and I fought against doing that. Another issue is the lack of sufficient child care in this area and throughout the city. The Child Development Center is always oversubscribed. There's never enough slots for working students or professors to have their kids in safe and effective child care. I want to echo what Marianne Guido has said about transportation and the bolstering of the iShuttle. I also want to address the issue of water usage and energy reliance and erosion and open space. I will have a commitment to dealing with these issues as we expand our university, especially around the areas of the observatory. We have to deal with this problem as we go. We have to have a vision that includes, as we said, expanding the bike trails, making this a city that has commuting in ways other than just a single passenger automobile. I do a lot of my commuting on electric bike, and I think it's really a great way to go when we have trips under a mile. This could drastically alleviate some of these frustrations that we experience in our daily lives. And I want to have that commitment throughout the city, and very particularly at the university.
Thank you very much.
Well, the city of Irvine is becoming a major metropolitan city, and that includes you at UCI. You're one of the largest schools in the area. My daughter went to Concordia, which was a much different type of school, a much smaller school. It is important, and I can't stress this enough, that the engineers, the scientists, and the math students take up a more prominent role in the school, so you can take what you've learned and intern with the city and help us grow and help us move forward, and therefore create jobs for yourselves when you graduate. I do believe that most students should not have to worry about your funding, health insurance benefits, your housing, counseling and childcare. I think the city has a prime opportunity to assist you in this area, particularly if you're working within the city, helping us within our infrastructure with some of the great things that you know. We at the local level can continue to steward Irvine and the school, standing as a world-class city in education and public safety for all. So I believe technology has to revolutionize how we do business. And with future economic growth, we'll rely on its city and its partners to produce reliable sources of energy to power our infrastructure. And I mean having more vehicles that are electric vehicles or partial hybrids of those vehicles, having spaces to accommodate those types of vehicles in your campus. So maybe you can rent them for a small fee as you do your bikes to be able to get around this massive campus. So those are some of the ideas that I have, and I think are a great example is Amtrak, the train station. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, the question is how the city will take upon UCI's continuous expansion. Unlike any other building programs, UCI has its own autonomous governance, and the campus is growing according to its own master plan, just like a city has been growing according to our city's master plan. So in the area of any control, there's no way our city will interfere with the growth of the campus. One thing that we need to collaborate with the campus is how we can mitigate the traffic based upon the growth of the campus population, and then also security issues. All these areas have been already beautifully working out. Our security officers, your security officers working with our police officers continually to provide the best service for our students, and then also street maintenance or expansion programs that you have seen on campus about a year ago, and then also Culver Extension, Bonita Canyon. Those are the examples. We try to provide as much as possible the necessary infrastructure for the campus.
Thank you. Well, one of the main issues of my campaign is high-density development, and I want to see that slowed down a bit because our aging infrastructure just cannot support all these extra vehicles and the strain on our system. And one of the parts of the infrastructure are the schools. So I would like to see an expansion of UCI. That's not something that I don't think the city should be involved in. I think, though, the city should do what the city knows how to do, which is manage its affairs. And I don't think it should interfere with school business because they have their own governing directors to do that. I do believe, though, that the city can offer some guidance with those managing directors, and I certainly wouldn't get in the way of any growth for UCI. I think UCI is a wonderful university. It's the largest employer in the city of Irvine, and I'm all for advancing any more policies that would benefit Irvine. However, again, I would, for the most part, stay out of UCI's business.
Thank you.
Well, under the state constitution, UCI, the University of California, is largely autonomous with respect to zoning matters, planning matters, but of course that does not preclude collaboration with the city. I want to take what time remains for me on this round to talk about an opportunity that we had, but that the current mayor and city council made a mess of. We had the opportunity to acquire our own dollars from OCTA, the Orange County Transportation Authority, $3.5 million to expand the iShuttle system, our own shuttle bus system, in a way that would connect with the university and allow university students, faculty, and staff to reach into our own community, to Diamond Jamboree, to the Spectrum area, to the City Hall area. All of that was available to us. It was free money, money that we had actually put into OCTA. We were going to get it back over a 7-year period. The mayor voted against it. Councilmember Lavalley voted against it. Councilmember Shea voted against it. And as a result, we didn't move forward. So I hear a lot of platitudes here, a lot of nice talk about collaboration. But when we had an opportunity, the current council blew it. And we need a new council with a new attitude if we're going to work better with the university.
Thank you. For our next question, we'll go in reverse. So we'll start again with Councilmember Egan and go down. The question is, what is the most pressing issue facing the city that could have major detrimental effects, not only to the well-being of the university, but the city's integrity as well?
Well, clearly, the dominant issue facing the city of Irvine is growth and development. The nature of growth and development in the city and its rate of growth and development. If we don't get a clear handle on this, we are going to see all the wonderful planning that has preceded us for some 40 years now just go down the drain. We will be overwhelmed by traffic. We will be overwhelmed by overcrowded schools. The university will begin to be in some respects dysfunctional because you depend on the city, just as we in many respects depend on you. The university needs to get involved in this question. Obviously, we're trying to involve the people of the city of Irvine in this question right